and welcome back to Inside Out. My name is Kim Tree Slaughter and I am a board certified psychotherapist and a certified Maxwell coach, speaker, and trainer. I make educational and personal growth videos that activate you to change your beliefs and actions so that you can receive real results from the inside out. Before we jump into this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for all things new on this channel. All right, y'all. In this video, we are tackling another trendy topic. Narcissism. We've heard it. Hey, I think my boyfriend's a narcissist. I think my girlfriend's a narcissist. I think my boss is a narcissist. We're going to tackle that today. Disclaimer, this is not medical advice, but simply a short overview of narcissism and its traits and symptoms. If you believe that you or someone you know may be dealing with this issue, please seek help from a professional. Okay? From a professional. So what is narcissism? Narcissism can be a trait or a large part of a personality disorder, a trait or personality disorder. Not every narcissist has narcissistic personality disorder. Like autism, narcissism is on a spectrum. So people with narcissistic traits are on the lower end of the spectrum, and those with narcissistic personality disorder are on the highest end of the spectrum. So we have the traits and then we have the actual personality disorder. In her article, The Truth About Narcissism for Insider Magazine, contributor Melody Wilden wrote the following. A person who is excessively high in narcissism is said to have a narcissistic personality disorder, which is a diagnosable mental illness. A person with narcissistic traits, however, may be mildly self-centered at times, but narcissistic personality disorder, on the other hand, is deeply ingrained, pervasive pattern of symptoms. So just because someone has traits does not mean that they have a disorder. Where does narcissism come from? How do people develop narcissism? Well, it starts in childhood, where the child experiences emotional and physical neglect and abuse. They have no trust for adults and no healthy attachments. They don't know love, and they learn that they are not enough and seek to get others to like them. As children, they have experienced no love or safety. They feel as if they are a burden, and criticism, neglect, and abuse are normal to them. That is their everyday. They are put down every single day. They have a foundation of distrust, rage, self-doubt, and even neediness. They need people. They become emotional manipulators because they were emotionally manipulated. They have had to come up with a way to protect themselves from the adults or the caretakers who were manipulating them, so they became manipulators. Narcissists have an extremely fragile sense of self-esteem, masked by an inflated sense of superiority, to the point where it interferes with normal functionings across various settings, including relationships and work. We hear people say it all the time. My boyfriend is a narcissist. My husband is a narcissist. Studies show that this may be due in part to brain differences. People with narcissistic personality disorder often have less brain matter in the areas related to empathy. So this is why narcissists appear to be cold and disconnected and unattached. How does the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual diagnose narcissism? These criteria must be relatively stable across a person's lifetime in various situations. As I said, like work or relationships. It's definitely going to show up in relationships. Number one, they have an excessive need for admiration and gaining approval from others. Like I said before, they're very needy individuals. Number two, they have a sense of entitlement, seeing oneself as exceptional, and they display condescending behavior towards others. Number three, they have an inability to recognize the feelings and needs of other people. It's all about them and what they need. They build superficial relationships and their mood vastly fluctuates back and forth. Some extreme behaviors may be overly emotional or unpredictable thinking or behavior. They may distort facts and make false accusations. They love getting away with breaking rules or violating boundaries. So if you got somebody in your life that don't respect your boundaries or don't like boundaries, that doesn't mean that they're a narcissist or that they have narcissistic personality disorder. Maybe they have traits. They psychologically manipulate, like gaslighting, public shaming, and deflection, because they ain't gonna take the blame for nothing. They have aggression and antisocial behavior. They believe that they are superior to everybody. Narcissists are also drawn to power, which helps them to rise to leadership roles. However, their proclivity to engage in unethical behavior, their need for admiration, and a lack of empathy can destroy morale and destroy relationships. Narcissists are wounded by criticism. They don't do criticism. They don't take it well, even if it's positive. They are charming and charismatic. They will build superficial relationships and reinforce their ideas of themselves, their superior ideas of themselves. They are extremely arrogant. They often don't show negative behaviors right away in the relationships. And this is how they suck you in. It's smooth. They smooth with it. They cool with it. And you be like, he didn't show this behavior, or she didn't show this behavior in the beginning. So, Kimtrice, how do I know if I'm in a relationship with a narcissist? I'm glad you asked. Number one, narcissists will dominate the conversation. You ain't getting a word in, period. They will interrupt you and turn the conversation back to themselves. And they show no interest in what you are saying. Your point, your perspective does not matter. It is all about them. They do not respect boundaries. They break promises. They make promises, these big promises, and then they don't come through with them. They have this trophy complex. You be like, I shopped at Macy's today, and they be like,
oh yeah, I know the owner of Macy's.
You be like, yeah, I'm about to go to Chick-fil-A. They be like,
oh, I ate that yesterday.
It's always trying to one up you, and they have this trophy on the shelf personality. They are entitled. They expect you to cater to them all the time. So especially if they're in a relationship and they have children, everybody in that house is going to cater to them. They want you to call them special names like leader or coach. The world revolves around them. They have a grandiose personality. They see themselves as your hero. You are lower than they are. You are not on their level. Never will be. They get pissed off when you do not show them attention. You should be grateful that they are in your lives. They manipulate. Why? Like I said before, because they were manipulated. You are being manipulated. They will use their own family to meet unreasonable self-serving needs and make them look good, important, to cover up their flaws. They treat you like a physical or emotional punching bag. These are just some traits and behaviors and how you would know. So what should you do? I think the first thing we have to do is remember we teach people how to treat us, including how to love us or relate to us. We have to treat ourselves like someone that we love. We have to consistently remind ourselves that we deserve better, because sometimes we explain the red flags away. We see them little traits and we don't say nothing about them. We have to strengthen our relationships with our empathetic friends and build a support network with friendships and family who can help us and remind us of our true reality, because people outside of our relationships can see things that we can't see. It's like being in a picture frame. You can't see the full picture when you're in the picture frame. Urge your partner to see a therapist, or see a therapist yourself, especially if your partner is not willing. You take care of you. You have to show the narcissist that you are not the one, never have been the one, and never will be the one. Okay? You do this by loving and valuing yourself, which will drive you to move along if you must, if they don't do their work. Now, this is a long road, but if you're willing to stick it out, they're gonna have to be willing to give up something. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope this gave you a little overview of narcissists. It doesn't mean that narcissists are the worst people in the world. They have been treated very harshly and unfairly in their childhood, and they're just kind of regurgitating what was given to them. It's all they know. And so every mental disorder has a root. It comes from somewhere, whether we know it or not, it comes from somewhere. So first of all, let me end this video by saying every person that does you wrong, that every person that lies to you, or every person that manipulates you is not a narcissist. Some people have narcissistic traits, as I said, and some have the actual personality disorder, which is a much greater, deeper situation. But all of us actually have narcissistic traits, meaning, we all love ourselves. We all, look at ourselves in the way that we doing it. We're special, as we should. But when it comes to taking advantage of other people, crossing other people's boundaries, disrespecting other people, lying to other people, not taking responsibility for our own truth and our own behaviors, and not being willing to do the work, then that kind of leans over into something else. The greatest thing that I can tell you is to make sure that you are aware. If you're in a relationship and you have an inkling that something is off, ask questions, have a conversation, do your research. Don't just explain red flags away, because a lot of times we get deeper and deeper and deeper into relationships and we say in hindsight, dang, I saw this in week 2, I saw this in week 3, I saw this in week 4, and I still kept going, I still explained it away. It is okay to have hard conversations. You may think someone is a narcissist. Have a conversation with them. Sit down with them and help them understand what a narcissist is. Show them this video, because narcissists don't realize that they are narcissists. Okay? So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, if you have any videos that you want me to do, if you have any requests that you want me to do in the video, put it in the chat. Use the chat. That's what the chat is there for. It is there for you to use and talk to me so that I can help you. All right? This is Kim Tree Slaughter. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.